Yeah, we got this question here from our buddy who says he takes really good care of himself. He eats extremely well. He exercises 3 or 4 times a week, or actually 4 or 5 times a week. I'm sorry. He's in pretty good shape, but he can't seem to shake the old habit of grabbing a cigarette, a few drinks, and gambling on the weekends. And he says to himself, look, I do the right thing 5 days out of the week. When the weekend comes, I can't seem to shake this. There are a few times where I'd skip it for a week or 2 weeks, but then I just go right back. Look, Elliott, what's going on here? I seem to have my shit together, but I can't seem to shake these bad habits. Having a drink, a cigarette, and playing cards with the boys, whatever the case may be. You know, I'm going to quote Alan Watts in this video. This is a beautiful thing that Alan Watts talks about. And if you're not familiar with Alan Watts, he talks about the philosophies of the East. And he has a fantastic way of sharing these ideas because he has such wit. And there's one element of becoming whole or becoming the strongest version of yourself through the Eastern philosophy. And the way he describes it is as such, that every master always seems to have an element of irreducible rascality. That's what he calls it. And he says that you'll watch, and it's very Zen-like, and if you're familiar with Zen and the art of Zen and how it comes about, it's very much where if something is too perfect, it's nasty. It's like, oh, it's just not nice. So a lot of like Asian art will be like, everything is perfect except the thing will be slightly cracked. It'll be like a nice vase, but it'll be slightly cracked. Or the painting will be great, but it'll be slightly like sloppy. Or the garden will be beautiful, but there will be leaves in a certain place. And it's those leaves, it's a crack, and it's the strange swipes on the piece of art that actually make it beautiful. And this is just an overreaching philosophy. This is like a principle of the philosophy. And the men who are sought for as masters, also too, they would present themselves with great wisdom and wonder, and they're great guys, but they're always smoking a pipe. Or they've got a bad temper. And the guy's brilliant, he's wonderful. When he begins speaking, he does everything right, but he's just got a bad temper every once in a while. Or he's got addiction to women. Like, the guy's great, man, he's healthy, he's strong, he's smart, but he's got that, man, he loves women. And he would call this the element of irreducible rascality because it's irreducible. It's a part of the construct. For you to be whole, there has to be a whole. Do you understand? I hope you can see that element makes the thing beautiful because it makes it human. It makes it natural. A lot of the ideas and art and philosophy of the East comes from just studying nature. And nowhere in nature are there straight lines. Mankind loves straight lines. We've created straight lines. Wherever you see straight lines or grids, it's because mankind is using their linear thinking to create it. Linear. You guys would give me a hard time that last video. I said linear. Listen, I got an accent. So nothing in nature is linear. If you look at trees, they do this. If you look at anything in nature, there's always these elements of imperfection. And the philosophy of Zen and many of the philosophies of the East come out of imitating nature in that this tree is perfect, but it's got this weird nodule on it. This pot is perfect, but it's got this weird crack in it. And it's just that nodule in nature, imitated in the art, that makes the art freaking beautiful. And it extends itself into the way the person carries himself in life. And if you, my friend, are doing things, there's something called the 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle. If you're doing things 80% right, 80% of the time you're eating the way you're supposed to eat, right? Maybe, let's say when it comes to diet, you're always eating the way you're supposed to eat. You're exercising as you should. You meditate as you should. You are an advancing man, becoming the strongest version of yourself in every way that you deem necessary for you. But come Friday night, I'm having a smoke and I'm drinking some beers. I'm gonna play cards with my friends. Do it! It's your responsibility to do it, to be completely whole in this particular philosophy. So that's it, my man. Bust your ass, go hard, do the thing with all your might, But not even every once in a while, you owe it to yourself to have that element of irreducible rascality done.